Very exciting.
NFL playoff face bracket. A disaster in year one. I stuck with it. Live in LA, it's The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, FS1. You know how, like, if something good happens in my life, I like to take credit for it, like I'm so smart?
Yes.
Then sometimes something good happens in my life, and I have no idea how I did it, so I couldn't duplicate it, and I have to be honest about it. So about a month and a half ago, or maybe 2 months, I think I mentioned this on the air. It was a month ago. And I don't know if I was on a tarmac. I just had time to waste, and I was looking at my phone. And I went on with Twitter, and I started flipping around. I don't ever do this. I'm not captive to technology.
Right.
Like, I'm on all this social stuff. I post on Instagram, and I ask my kids about it. But I'm not on my phone that much. I try to stay off it. But about a month ago, I flipped some buttons on my Twitter account, and all the trolls are gone.
Yeah, you talked about this. It's the quality filter.
I couldn't find it again if I tried.
It's amazing.
And I was just like, boo, 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 boo. So, even if I talk politics, so what? No.
Yeah, no, only the people that love and adore you and are actually like humans that interact with other humans
oh my God.
Can reach you now.
Well, most people you'll find do adore me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They just act like they don't because that's how people communicate these days is through anger.
My favorite, when I used to read stuff, my favorite was nobody cares what you think, and then they follow you. Well,
yes.
You care what I think.
Yes, you care very much.
So that's why
this is a platform, Twitter, where you use words to express yourself. Like, you can also use pictures, of course, but generally, you write.
So whatever I did to create,
I'm telling you what it is. It's a quality filter. You accidentally put it on, but leave it on. It's great. Nick Wright told me about it because I was having a moment where I was like, I refuse to accept this reality that I have to read this much stupidity every day. And he told me about it.
It's like loser bug spray.
It is.
All the loser wasps you spray and they never come back.
It's like a super exclusive club where only human beings are on social media. I don't know why the other platforms haven't got onto it yet.
You mean you don't talk to Carol 139876?
I mean, I'm really too brilliant to be bombarded with this stupidity.
Exactly.
And it's a wonderful feature.
Joe Burrow's going to be joining us. Now, that's somebody I want to talk to and be friends with. He's here in 15 minutes. Lamar Jackson, weekend's getting very close now. Going to face the Titans. You're all talking upset. You're all freaking out about Lamar Jackson, what he's going to do. Well, wild card round. I keep hearing how difficult things are going to be for the Ravens star quarterback. Lamar Jackson's got all the pressure this weekend. Let's see. Oh, he's won 81% of his games as a pro and has reached 30 victories faster than any quarterback in NFL history. Yeah, if he loses this weekend, I'm sure Baltimore will bail on him. It suddenly means he has no talent. It means he can never win a playoff game. Folks, Lamar Jackson's the only young quarterback we demand playoff excellence. Baker Mayfield, a number 1 pick. Lamar got drafted end of the first, almost second round. Baker Mayfield, first pick, but in the league longer. Nobody says he has to win this weekend. I mean, people are already making excuses for him. He's missing a backup wide receiver and a guard. I mean, Josh Allen, drafted much higher than Lamar Jackson, who was awful. Like Shaq and a fool awful. Like goofy play awful in his first playoff game last year. No, nobody's saying he has to win this weekend or, I don't know what you can do with him. Kyler Murray finished the year 8-8. By the way, they started 5-2. Kyler Murray wasn't very good at the end of the year. He had a bad last 2 or 3 games. There's no pressure on Kyler Murray. In the last 3 years, 12 quarterbacks have been drafted in the first round. None have won a playoff game. Sort of hard to do that and stuff, but all the pressure's on Lamar Jackson. Why? It's his 24th birthday today. Happy birthday, Lamar Jackson. He's the youngest quarterback in the playoffs. Every other quarterback in the NFL that's younger than Lamar Jackson, and there's 10 of them, they're not in the playoffs. They're not good enough to get in the playoffs. Folks, NBA stars entire careers are about flaming out in the playoffs. Westbrook and James Harden. You still worship them. The kid's 0-2. Peyton Manning, top 5 quarterback ever, started his career 0-3 in the playoffs, including a 41-0 drubbing at the hand of the Jets. Bill Parcells, he had a couple playoff games in Dallas, 0-2. New England, 4-500. It's hard to win. He's a kid. Now, let's talk about, because you know I've been defending Lamar Jackson all year. When the rest of you bailed on this stock, I doubled down on this stock. I said, I'll take the stock you don't want, Lamar. Let me give you 5 people who there's real pressure on in the playoffs. Let's start with Bruce Arians. Okay, Tom Brady, 21 years, never had to go into the playoffs as a wild card. Don't screw it up, Bruce. You're facing a losing team, Bruce. You're facing the 32nd ranked offense, Bruce. Brady's never had to go in as a wild card. You got great weapons. There is pressure on Bruce Arians. You got to face the losing playoff team whose coach was dealing with physical situations. Alex Smith, they got rid of the quarterback. They've been in chaos all year from the weakest division. His job, Bruce Arians' job, could be on the line if he loses. For the record, the more this offense with Tampa in the last 6 weeks has been Tom's offense, the better it's gotten. And Bruce Arians doesn't have a reputation as, a guy that grinds all night. Bruce Arians got pressure. He loses, my guess is he could be gone. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Folks, he is so far beyond regular season excellence. It's one of the great talents of all time. He's got unbelievable weapons. No more excuses with a coach. He gets a bye. There's no other great team in the NFC. This is the year he's got to win. He's got to win this year. Aaron's got to win. I think he's going to win a lot of games in the playoffs. But come on. He's going to be a huge favorite at home, off a bye. He's got elite pieces. And again, he hasn't played enough home games at Lambeau. Now he gets them in a year when kind of the NFC's top teams are all kind of shaky right now. Jared Goff is hurt. Drew Brees is old. Seattle's offense is right now atrocious. Pressure's on Aaron Rodgers. Here's a third one. Drew Brees. Dude, you open with Mitch Trubisky at home. You have, in my opinion, a stacked roster. I think the Saints have the best roster in the NFL. I really do. I mean, we talk about their offensive pieces, Alvin Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders, Michael Thomas, their O-line. Their defense is top 5 in everything. He's at home. His arm, he got hurt. His arm should be fresh. This is the end of the road for him. You want to be a great broadcaster. You don't want to end your career losing to Mitch Trubisky at home. There's real pressure on Drew Brees. I'll give you another one. Big Ben. He's got the best trio of wide receivers in the NFL. He's got the defensive player of the year on his roster. He took a week off to get refreshed. He gets to play Cleveland. Do you know he's 24-2-1 against the Browns? He gets to go up against a rookie head coach. The Browns have COVID issues in the building. They won't have their head coach, which is overstated, but it's something. There's a lot of pressure on Big Ben, who took a week off to get rested to play at home against a COVID-plagued football team. And then number 5, I'll say Lamar Jackson. There is a narrative building. I would acknowledge that. It's silly, but it's a narrative. But even with Lamar Jackson, if he just wins one playoff game, the narrative ends. And right now, it's a silly narrative. He's won 81% of his games. He's what Lamar Jackson is what you see with great players. He's a victim of Lamar Jackson. He's so good, so early, so explosive, so fast. We think, well, how can he not win playoff games? Because Bill Parcells struggled too? Because Peyton Manning's career playoff record